would love a repeat of his last effort against the Sabres, a 2-0 shutout. Terry Gregson is the referee tonight. Ray Scafanello and Dan McCourt are working the lines. Daryl Shannon works his way out to the neutral zone. The puck picked up and dumped in by Mike Pekka, left behind the net for Wade Redden. He, the hero of last night's 3-2 win in Detroit. From the corner, pass out to Jason Daw, and a quick shot and a save by Tugnutt.
Wade Redden starts as one of the defensemen for Ottawa. Of course, got the game winner last night in Detroit. One of the two stars, Tugnutt, the goaltender for Ottawa, along with Wade Redden. Two real stars in the game last night. Well, watch for matchups. Pekka was the starting centerman for Buffalo. He was against Yashin. And here's the Senators' defense pairings. Redden and York, the #1 pair. Duchesne's been fabulous, especially on the offensive end of things. Yashin, the #1 center. Already saw Pekka. Ottawa's already made one line change. Yashin on the bench. And Van Allen goes opposite Pekka.
Pachanek tries to clear, kept in at the line. Tugnutt leaves it back of the net. Duchesne flips it to the corner. The Sabres applying some early pressure. Ward gets it out, and the shot by Shatan, and Tugnutt had to react quickly again. Ward dumps it to the corner, going back after it. Pachanek, he chops it up along the boards to Cunninworth. Rink-wide pass intercepted, but Ward couldn't go anywhere because Shatan was trapped well inside the blue line.
Ottawa a little bit nervous. One diagonal pass that didn't work, picked off by Buffalo. Two shots on Tugnutt. He looks good. Both out of the same corner, to the near side, the right side up Tugnutt, to the slot. Two slap shots. Tugnutt 2 for 2. There you see that Schmelik is not in the lineup for Buffalo. He usually plays with Zhitnik. He is out with a groin injury. That's a big loss for Buffalo. And then up front, Barnaby not in the lineup. He is expected back anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks from now if Buffalo gets past the first round. And Ted Nolan, and you can see already, this game, he is changing wingers on the fly. He is trying to get the matchups he wants on the road. So I think Buffalo has the approach here. We're not just ending the season here with our 81st of 82 games. We want to go on the road and play well.
They went through a stretch where they went 6 games without a win, and they corrected that with their triumph against the New York Rangers, and then they clinched the division title with their victory in Boston on Thursday night by a 5-1 score. The first time they have claimed a division title since the 80-81 season. Along the boards, Burge tries to free it. Holzinger can't go anywhere with it. Pitlick managed to bang it in, but not deep enough, and the Sabres start back. Holzinger plays it in off the glass. It's left there for Laukkanen. He's been a very steady performer of late. Chorsky chops it ahead. Alfredson trying to work his way through, and he's taken in hard against the end boards by Zhitnik. The puck loose back of the net. Bugner moves it ahead to Adet. Adet's pass is picked off by the Senators, and they start back. Gardner dumps it to the corner. This line, Yashin, Gardner, and McEachran has been very solid during the past couple of weeks for Ottawa.
What's happened here for Ottawa? They now have the Yashin line on the ice, and it's not opposite Pekka. It's opposite Plant, and that's what Ottawa wants. They don't want Pekka. He's their best, Buffalo's best defensive centerman.
Well, Ted Nolan was saying that he likes to have Pekka out against the top center on the other team. If it were not for the performance of Hasek this year, Pekka might be Buffalo's most valuable player. Centering attempt is steered to the corner. Gardner throws it back at the net. Picked up there by Shannon. He's having problems trying to work his way out. Gardner and Yashin were in deep forechecking. Now in the neutral zone, the Sabres make a change as it's dumped in. Back after it goes Pitlick. He chops it up along the boards. It's knocked out to the neutral zone. We're approaching the 3-minute mark of the opening period. As we said at the start, it's quite simple as far as the Senators are concerned. A win and they're in, and a win could vault them past Montreal into 7th place. 16:59 remains in the first period, and it's still scoreless here at the Corral Center.
Or not on. With this game and such a big one here tonight for Ottawa, they just love him to be right on with his game.
Talking about players who've been right on, Laukkanen in the last few games is a Senator who has been at the top of his game, and he was trapped inside the Buffalo blue line, resulting in the offside call.
Ottawa will use all 6 of their defensemen. They will generally use 4 lines. Interesting to watch. Laukkonen with his skating. Tweaked the knee. It's bugging him a little bit. Jacques Martin, you can see the serious look on his face. I think Tugnut made 2 real key saves early, even though they were from the angle. Ottawa seems to have settled down a little bit now. They're forcing some play towards the Buffalo zone, yet Ottawa's yet to have a scoring chance.
A very tentative start, as you said, for the Ottawa Senators. And now it's Pitlick taking the puck back into his own zone. He well remembers the last game against Buffalo because it was that night that he had to take a cab to Toronto to find his way home because his wife gave birth to the couple's first child. Centering attempt, nobody in position. Dump to the corner, Denny Lambert, 2 goals in his last 2 games. He's been told to shoot more by the coach, Jacques Martin. Lambert goes to the boards and they hold it there for a face-off, and now some pushing and shoving.
Primo and Lambert was pulled over backwards by the linesman, Dan McCourt, and he's still been pushed down, but Rob Ray's on top of him now. The big boys, these are the 2 fourth lines meeting for the first time. Rob Ray and Lambert. Rob Ray is 4th in the league in penalty minutes. Lambert is the only player on Ottawa with over 100 penalty minutes. I think Ottawa needs this emotion. They need to have their 4th line bang and grind and get it going. You see some discussions from the bench.
Michael Groshek had a lot to say to Lambert.
Lambert and Primo, watch Gord Brosker come in. Down he goes. Oh, Lambert with a little spearing motion with his hockey stick. So some penalty minutes will be handed out. Lambert has gone to the box, and it may be Buffalo power play here. You know, it's interesting, Don, is the fact that Ottawa averages 13.3 penalty minutes a game, the fewest in the league of anybody. Buffalo 22.6, the second most in behind San Jose. Yet it looks like Lambert is the one in the box, and Buffalo, no, it's 2 players, pardon me. It's 2 players for Buffalo. Ottawa will have the power play.
They haven't posted, well, they do have the extra penalty now. Lugner gets the additional 2 minutes. Ted Nolan, in talking about this game, said, we don't want to give Ottawa any momentum. They beat us 2-0 the last time. If they beat us again, we could be facing them in the first round, depending on what happens with Montreal. We don't want them to gain any momentum.
So the playoffs have already started, is that what you're saying?
Basically,
for them, yeah.
For Ted Nolan, yes. Laukkonen from the point, his shot is blocked. Pekka doing an outstanding job. He has 5 short-handed goals. That's tied for the best in the league. Here comes Pekka working his way to the blue line. Knocked away from him. Laukkonen got turned around but managed to control the puck even though it was in his skates. Dave behind his back to McEachran. Dave now plays it to the point. Duchesne to the other side. There's the shot wide of the net. And the big rebound is fired down the ice by the Sabres. 15:21 remaining in the period. 1:13 in the penalty. Jason York for Wade Redden. He puts it in high on the glass. Cunningworth trying to pick it up off the glass, kicks it back of the net. Now it's Yashin. Leaving it in the corner. All the way back to the line. Alfredson shoots, and Dominic Hasek has got it. John, you were keeping some stats of the Dominator during the warm-up and his ability to stop the puck.
He had 78 shots go his way in warm-up. He got beat for 9 goals, but 5 of those 9 were on rebounds. Only 4 beat him clean. Alfredson never stops. Look how he shields the puck with his body. He finds open ice, and there's a blast. And you can see that Hasek getting his first shot. 5 minutes, 3 seconds into the first period, makes a nice save and hangs on. Hasek is now doing groin exercises, stretching on the ice during the stoppage before the face-off to get himself stretched out. He always does this because he's just so limber. He wants to stay loose and stretched out.
51 seconds remaining on the power play. It's York at the point, pressured, forced to dump it to the corner. Alfredson looks in front of the net, takes a return pass to York. There's a shot. Hasek had a little difficulty with it, but was able to steer it away. Back at the line, it's Redden feeding it in. Zoltak plays it back to the point, and there's going to be a penalty against Randy Cunningham.
It was a pick play. He'll be called for interference on Gary Galley. You see it in basketball a lot. Randy Cunningworth picked Galley right off to open up the ice, and Terry Gregson very alertly made the call. Galley playing with a bad abdominal strain, yet he's able to play and play hard. If you look down to the corner, there's the pick. Oh, baby, that was a classic pick, but he got caught. So Cunningworth on the power play takes a penalty, and for 26 seconds, the teams will be at even strength.
You talked about Galley having the abdominal strain. I believe he's slated to undergo surgery postseason.
He's going to see a doctor in Montreal as soon as the season's over for him and the Buffalo Sabres and have surgery. He doesn't know the doctor's name because he hasn't met him yet. He said this doctor did 17 various or similar surgeries last season or last summer on hockey players from around the world of hockey, so that's what he wants to do. And he's playing hard considering he's got that painful problem.
Well, there are a lot of players playing hurt at this time of the year, and they will continue during the playoffs. Here's Plant putting on the brakes. Tried to throw it in front for Audette. It bounces to the boards. Chorsky takes Audette in against the boards. He's able to control Shannon with a shot. He was actually looking for a deflection as Bugner comes out of the penalty box, and it was steered wide. 13:58 remaining in the period. 1:24 left in the penalty to Cunningham. Stolen now by McEachran, and McEachran was trying to pick the far corner. It was steered away by Hasek.
That's what happens when Grosek tried to pass through the middle. It didn't work. And good aggressive forechecking on the penalty killing unit here.
Here's a chance as Van Allen fed it out to McEachran. Shot was blocked before it got to the net. 59 seconds remaining in the penalty. McEachran and Van Allen giving the Sabres all sorts of problems in their own zone. Grosek goes in deep, centers it. No opportunity for a shot on goal as the Senators come back. York plays it in for Alfredson. Alfredson, a backhand shot, a weak one, and protecting the short side. Hasek steered it back to the goal.
Alfredson said he hasn't been scoring, and he said that tonight would be a good night to start. He looked sharp here in the first period.
Galley back at the line, faked the shot. Knocked out of the zone by a sprawling Bruce Gardner. 17 seconds remaining in the penalty to Cunningham. Zhitnik plays it ahead for Shatan. Shatan is bumped by Lauken and the puck along the boards. Burge was knocked flying by McEachran. Centering attempt. Picked up now by McEachran. He works his way out, and coming out of the penalty box is the captain, Cunningham.
You can see where Buffalo's ranked last in the league on their power play. They never had any setup time at all. They never once got into Ottawa's zone and set up the power play. Excellent penalty kill.
The power play has been a problem most of the year for Buffalo. Holzinger is taken in against the board. Shatan trying to work through a couple of bodies. The loose puck picked up by Yashin. Yashin now working out the center, and behind the play we've got Shatan and Pitlick down on the ice, and they were punching away at each other. Penalties will be forthcoming with 12:08 remaining in the period.
Remember, Buffalo had those first two shots in the first minute. They haven't had one since. Ottawa has had 4.
Ottawa with the manpower advantage, trying to set something up. Shannon breaks up the play and dumps it into Ottawa territory. 11:45 remaining in this opening period. It's still scoreless here at the Corral Center. Yashin steers it down to the corner. Hasek tried to play it, stolen, and this could be another penalty.
Yes.
Because Hasek tipped the net over.
On purpose, and he got caught. He was behind the net. Dominic Hasek keeps the play alive more than any other goaltender in the league. He constantly moves the puck. And he went to backhand the puck and fanned on it. And then he thought he was in trouble. He thought there was going to be a wraparound goal. And in doing so, he knocked the net over so it wouldn't happen. So the Sabres will be 2 men short. If he would have thrown a stick, it would have been a penalty shot. Watch the backhand play. He missed. He didn't get anything on it. Great play by Yashin, and look at Hasek. He did drop his stick and threw the net right onto the ice surface. Ottawa is saying, watch the stick. It should be a penalty shot. Terry Gregson saying, no, he dropped the stick so he could throw the net down on the ice surface. So it'll be a 124 2-man advantage for the Ottawa Senators.
Here's a chance for Duchesne at the line. Can't shoot it. Slides it into the corner. Back to the point. Redden to Duchesne. Save the rebound. Dave can't jam it past him.
And Dave did get the rebound shot. Hasek dropped the stick so he could use his blocker, his right-handed glove, to grab the puck. There was not a big rebound, but there was one. Watch Dominic Hasek and his style. Very deep usually. Quickest legs in the sport for goaltenders. Simple moves down. There's a rebound. Watch him leave his stick. And use both hands to cover the puck up.
We showed the highlights, some of the saves by Hasek in that game on April the 2nd. He said after, that may have been his best game of the year.
Yeah. Oh, that had to be really good if it was.
Ted Dolan said had it not been for Hasek, it might have been 6, 7, even 8-0.
Buffalo using one forward, that's Pekka, 2 defensemen. So the pointman should be open for Ottawa to feed the puck down low.
Pekka left it back of the net. And the Sabres, Zhitnik is able to clear. Now it's Duchesne. 40 seconds remaining in the 2-man advantage. Yashin in across the line, gets it over to Alfredson. Back to the point to Daig, over to Duchesne. Duchesne shoots, it's blocked before it gets to the net. Duchesne is able to keep it onside. And then Daig trying to play it back to the point, put it outside the blue line.
Buffalo with 2 penalty kills, and Pekka, number 27, has been their best player. He blocked the Duchesne shot there. Marvelous work.
Pass is too far for Yashin. Again, Hasek way out of his net to play it. At the line, kept in by Laukkonen. Alfredson got turned around. Shannon can't clear. Now the Sabres 1-man short. Laukkonen shoots. Hasek has got it, and this time he holds it for a faceoff.
And even there, he wanted to move the play. He did not want the faceoff in his own zone. 31 seconds to go now on the Hasek minor. And you can look at the Senators. They've tried some long shots from in front of the goal, but way out. Nothing inside. Buffalo took away the slot. Here you see Laukkonen with a good move to keep the puck in the zone. Shannon's attacking Alfredson. And Buffalo, even though they're down 2 men, really aggressive. Really aggressive. Now they settle down with Ottawa having the puck. And there's the shot into Hasek, and he wants to keep it moving, keep it moving. That all happened as Grosek was coming out of the penalty box. I'd say Hasek could give you a stress attack if you're coaching him the way he leaves the net to handle the puck.
Well, he's certainly been out of his net in this opening period. From the line, a long shot sails wide. Centering attempt, nobody in position. Laukkonen back at the point. Plays it over to the other point. They can't keep it onside. York was out of position. Now it's York in his own zone. He moves it over to Laukkonen. Ahead to Cunningham. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty. Ward getting set to step back on the ice, and the Sabres have successfully killed off a 2-man disadvantage.
And basically because Ottawa never got the puck inside the slot to work on beating Hasek. Everything was a long shot on him. They tried one jam play with Cunningworth, and Hasek stopped that.
Lead pass to Gardner. He was upset. The fans reacting, thinking there should have been a penalty call. 9:07 remaining in this opening period. Long shot by May. Ray kicks it back of the net. May runs into the Ottawa player. Primo picks up the puck, trying to center it. Bounces at the side of the net. Ray charges in there as well. This is the crashing line of the Buffalo Sabres. And there's a big collision back of the net. Lance Pitlick stepped into Brad May.
That's a 1-1 score there. May won the first check, and Pitlick won the second check.
Chorsky almost got a stick on the long shot from the blue line and almost fooled Hasek in redirecting it. Wade Redden goes back after it with 8:27 remaining in the period. It's still scoreless, Buffalo and Ottawa. A good pace to this game, 8:26 remaining in the period. Back at the line, it's Duchesne. His shot, that's wide. Hasek was down protecting the short side on that long drive from the point. Wilson moves it ahead to Plant. On the right side for Audette. He dumps it back of the goal. Plant is tied up. Gardner starts back for Ottawa. Gardner in on the wing for Yashin. It bounces off the glass and is picked up by Shannon.
Buffalo had a short 3-on-2, and the back checking by Gardner picked up his man and closed it right off.
Ooh. Good shot by Plant. That's goaltender Tugnut had to react to. He had 2 shots in the first minute, and that's the first one since.
Well, all 3 have been from his right side, the near side. This time, though, he was challenged to his glove hand. When you think of Clinch with a long shot, Tugnut in good position. He's been playing well above the goal crease in his last few games. You can see the defenseman uses a partial screen. Clinch has not scored on the road hardly at all. Only 2 of his goals have been scored on the road on the season. He's got, or make that 3. He's got 27, 3 of them on the road. That's it. All of the others on home ice. So the shots are now 7-3 in favor of Ottawa.
York brings it around the boards for Chorsky. It slides out to center ice. Holzinger is back after it. He chops it off the boards and out. The Sabres moving it around in their own zone. A delayed offside call coming up.
Ottawa
but
playing.
The Sabres get it out.
Playing the trap. Buffalo just dumps it in. There may be a face-off. Buffalo was patient. That's what you have to do against the trap of Ottawa.
Puck in front of the net. Big save by Tugnut. Chatan was left uncovered, and Tugnut with his best save of the night.
Reminds me of the first period last night in Detroit. Tugnut robbed Shanahan and really gave his team confidence. That's a big save for Tugnut. The Sabres broke the trap, got the puck in. Even though Ottawa had it, there was a turnover, and Tugnut comes up huge for his club. There's York and Tugnut discussing why Chatan was so wide open on that side of the ice. Chatan's a very patient player. Watch him move over to his side of the ice and wait. He waits for the puck to come his way. Both defensemen for Ottawa over on the right side, and Tugnut dragged his right leg over. Watch his right leg. Drag, and there's the save. Beautiful big-time save. Don, there will not be a trap game played tomorrow night in Buffalo with Buffalo and Washington. You know why? They're going to have the Jumbotron back for the first game in Buffalo, so they won't want to play between the blue lines. It'll be played in the end zone.
6:52 remaining in this opening period. It's still scoreless here at the Corral Center. Jitnik's shot from the point goes off the leg. Pitlick picks it up back of the net. Daig trying to work his way in. He's checked along the boards. And at this time, we say hello to those viewers who have been watching Toronto and Calgary here at the Corral Center. It's still scoreless, but here's a chance, and it almost goes off the leg as it was centered by Dixon Ward, and it bounced wide of the net. 6:16 the time remaining in the opening period. Buffalo Sabres have had 2 glorious scoring opportunities, the best belonging to Chatan, and he was robbed from point-blank range by Ron Tugnut.
All 4 shots Buffalo have been pretty good ones. Too early, then a longer shot by Blunt, and then Chatan's shot. And Tugnut has been sharp, even though he hasn't had much work.
Rob Ray goes to the corner, plays it back to the net for Primo. Dixon Ward out front, and there's a big save by Tugnut off Rob Ray.
Fourth line for Buffalo with some good forecheck, good cycle, and a good scoring chance. You wonder if the 5-on-3 Ottawa had, where they never really got anything going, if that kill by Buffalo has given Buffalo some confidence.
5:21 remaining in the period. Coming out of his own zone is Primo. For Ray. Ray dumps it in and then runs over the Ottawa player, taking Wade Redden down hard. Now it's Dackel coming back for Ottawa. He dumped it in, dodged the check, going back after the puck is Shannon. 4:56 remaining in the first. May flips it high towards the blue line, broken up there by the Senators. Yashin starts back. He gets it on the wing to McEachran. McEachran forced wide by Galley. The Buffalo defenseman effectively ties him up. Now it's Odette looking for Plant. Broken up and flipped out of the zone and over the boards, out of play by Bachanek with 4:32 remaining in this still scoreless opening period.
Read that in the Gazette today, a Red Fisher column.
It's Pitlick for Ottawa. He leaves it there for Laukkanen. Van Allen fires it in, and again Hasek comes well out of his net to play it. Clearing attempt cut off, and then Dave's shot flipped out to center ice. Fired right back in by the Senators.
And the Sabres changing on the fly here to get Pekka off the ice to save him for Yashin. They do not want Pekka playing against other players. They want him for Yashin's line.
Cannon knocks it back out to center. Sabres trying to set something up. A dent dodges a check from Laukkanen, and then Laukkanen is bumped from behind. Pitlick goes after the puck in his own zone with 3:49 remaining in the first period. Alfredson works his way out slowly. Flips it to the corner. Again, Hasek coming out of his net to play it. And the Sabres, Grosek starts back. Here's Adet putting on the brakes in front for Pond, and he fanned on the shot. Now along the boards, Chorsky trying to work it out to center ice, a race for the puck. And Bugner got there ahead of Zoltok. Now it's York. Over to Alfred's in the slot, and Chorsky fanned on it.
A four-man rush by Ottawa. York helped set it up.
Redden's shot from the point held by Hasek with 3:05 left in the period.
Real interesting shift for Chorsky. A great hard back check by him to stop Buffalo with a 3-on-2. Here you'll see the Sabres move out of the zone, winning the puck along the boards. Now Chorsky is at the blue line, the far blue line. Now he's at center ice. Now all of a sudden it's a 3-on-3 instead of a 3-on-2 for Buffalo, and he makes a little play right there to help stop the shot. Now York offensively, the defenseman jumped into the play and set up Chorsky. Oh, he knocked that one right into the woods on the left side off the heel of the driver.
Shots on goal, 8-6 favoring Ottawa, but the Sabres have had the better scoring opportunity. Zhitnik behind his own net. Too far for Burridge. Kept onside. Zhitnik will try it again. He leaves it in the corner. Burridge takes a bump from McEachran. The two battle for the puck. Yashin comes in to help out. Finally it's Creed, kept in at the line. Yashin in front. Yashin looking for McEachran as he tried the back pass, and it skipped away from him. It's Yashin behind the net. Zhitnik on him. Yashin throwing it in front. All sorts of traffic in front of Hasek, but neither Gardner or McEachran could get a stick on it. Now it's Gardner being bothered by Zhitnik in the corner. Yashin is there to help out. Zhitnik takes him down. They fall on top of the puck.
Great forecheck by the Yashin line, but they never got themselves the great scoring chance. Buffalo really did a good job defensively, and again, it was Yashin's line on the ice against Holzinger, not Pekka, and that's why Buffalo wants Pekka on the ice against Yashin. Nobody else. Pekka, but good to work defensively, not allowing the shot. You see the men in front, they're all marked by black jerseys. There's a one-on-one battle. McKee, the defenseman's played well for Buffalo. And it's just one-on-one battles, all in the forecheck, all on the cycle. Yashin trying to dig the puck away. Always a black jersey to go through to get to the net. There's Zhitnik working on Yashin. Zhitnik's had a strong season for the Buffalo Sabres, maybe his best since coming over from Los Angeles. Hard work shift by both teams. Sean McEachran, I think, Don's a better left winger than centerman. He can use his speed and drive to the net because of it.
From the face-off, Shannon gains control. Lambert is after him, but Shannon skates his way out to the center ice area, lost control of it. Laukkanen tried to flip it down the ice, and Shannon gets back to pick it up for Buffalo. Now it's Primo across the line. He's stopped by Pitlick. Pitlick has played a very physical first period for Ottawa.
See, they're using him against this banging line, and you can see why. He can withstand their hitting, the Sabres hitting with May and Ray out there. Plus, he can throw his hits into people like Primo, the big centerman.
Bremo was looking for the pass. It never got to him. Van Allen is tripped up, and there's going to be a Buffalo penalty. So another power play for Ottawa with 1:28 left in the period.
And with a great leg drive, a big body check.
Laukkanen leaves it for Yashin. He had Zhitnik on him immediately, and Pekka is able to fire the puck the length of the ice. Solid penalty killing by the Buffalo Sabres in this opening period. They had to withstand that two-man disadvantage, and they did an effective job of killing it off. Now it's Zhitnik racing to the corner. He got there ahead of Laukkanen. The puck knocked out to center ice. Sabres can't go anywhere with Yashin coming back. Yashin tried to fake and move around the defenseman. Now the puck is loose in the corner, picked up by Ward, and he's able to clear.
5 of Ottawa's 8 shots here in the first period have been on the power play. Here's Ottawa charged with touching the puck with a high stick. Tom Chorski's been a good player, as we know, for Ottawa. He's got a little good luck charm he keeps in the Ottawa Senator dressing room. It's a little Buddha. You know, I saw Pittsburgh win a couple of Stanley Cups. Taglianetti, a defenseman for them, kept a picture of his young son, and they took that picture on the road with Pittsburgh, kept it in the locker rooms all over the place. The Rangers, when they won in '94, Alexei Kovalov had a little troll somebody had sent to him. They parted that around for good luck, and so far for Ottawa, that Buddha has been good luck. Kind of looks like a couple of broadcasters I know.
We won't mention any names.
Well, you did a lot of cross-country skiing this winter. I didn't.
Here's Daw playing it back to his own line. Randy Cunneyworth was saying some of the guys have worn the same clothes for the last week. He said, I'll be glad if we win this game and get into the playoffs, and then they'll be changing.
They say that Tugnut hasn't changed his underwear for 2 weeks, and I hope that's just his hockey underwear.
Zoltak back to the line. Wade Redden for Zoltak. Knocked down by Bugner. Zoltak gets it again, plays it back. There's the shot by York, and the rebound covered up by goaltender Hasek with 1.6 seconds remaining in this opening period.
Alfredsson's wondering why the net got knocked off. I think he feels he may have been knocked into the net. What a save on York by Hasek, maybe his best of the period, talking about Hasek and his goaltending. This past Wednesday, Hasek got mad. Not enough shooting in practice, a light practice. They didn't shoot enough, so he went into the locker room and beat up on a garbage can. Here's York moving in, and Hasek with his right leg. When Hasek goes down on his legs, the pads stay straight up. Even though he's on his side, the pads don't bend underneath them. They stay right up to get all the room that they can. So 1.6 seconds to go here in the first period. Neutral zone draw, and Hasek makes a big save late. Fine goaltending in this period.
Fine goaltending at both ends, and that's the reason it's still scoreless after 20 minutes.
Maybe the biggest key for Ottawa is the fact that the Yashin line only had 1 shot. That was by McEachran, the left winger. Yashin and Gardner didn't have any. Buffalo had themselves 6 shots, and 5 of their 6 were pretty good shots.
Galley in the corner is tied up. Centered for Yashin. He couldn't get a shot away, and it's knocked back out to center ice. And the Sabres are back at full strength as Shannon comes out of the penalty box. Galley now whips it cross ice. Zhitnik banks it off the boards and out. Laukkanen cuts it off there. He gets tangled up with Pekka. Pekka knocks it back into his own zone. Ward steps into Gardner and sends him flying. Here's Daw now trying to throw it in front. It slides to the side of the net. Tugnut reached for it but couldn't grab it. However, no harm was done as the puck is nudged back to center ice. It's Gardner trying to go around Wilson. Gardner throws it out front. Chorski couldn't get there in time. Back comes Groshek, hitting a 3-on-2. He plays it to the wing, takes the return pass, but it was knocked off his stick by Redden. Puck loose in front of the Ottawa net, picked up by Yashin.
And Jason York with a strong beginning to the second period. Broke up in front of his own goal at 2-on-1, and then broke up at 3-on-2 as Buffalo counters quickly.
I think we were a little bit impatient when we got on the 5-on-3 and didn't move the puck as much as we could have. We knew that there were some things there that we'd like to try and take advantage of if we can, but I think that we were anxious to get the puck to the net and maybe didn't look for the best opportunities possible in that situation. 5-on-4, I think it's really important that we penetrate the zone and get a little bit more possession. We had a great chance right at the end of the period, finding the defenseman coming in late. Those are the kinds of things that we have to do if we're going to be successful against this team.
And one of the things that the coaching staff also stressed, John, is that against Buffalo, you have to be very patient.
They really do, especially with Hasek in goal.
Grosek leaves it there for Plant. Plant with a shot up high on Tugnut, and with Audette driving hard for the net, Tugnut had to make another save and then had to come well out of his net. And he got tangled up trying to get back into his net. Here come the Senators. Pennyworth tried to wheel and fire. Day clips it to the corner. Back after it goes Plant.
Opening up a little bit. Teams trading odd man rushes, but they could not finish. The defensemen have been better than the forwards.
Lambert battles with Plant along the boards. The puck comes free to Audette. Audette tried to pass to an open wing, and it was picked off by Dackel. In the neutral zone, the Senators unable to set up. They'll try again. Drop there for Lambert. His shot doesn't miss by much. Pitlick pinches in from the point. Takes it to the corner. Pitlick is in deep, now goes along the boards. Dackel had taken his spot back in the point. He pinched in, and now it's knocked out by Buffalo.
Lambert just missed. As you said earlier, Don, he was told by the coaching staff to shoot more. I think he listens well.
Well, he shot last night and went hard to the net. Got the opening goal against the Detroit Red Wings in that 3-2 Ottawa Senator win.
They got a big goal against Hartford in the previous game for Ottawa.
Holzinger fires it in. When you take a look at Buffalo, and something the Ottawa coaching staff commented on, they really don't have any number one line. They basically have three lines that they like to rotate, throwing the fourth line in for some banging.
Their coaching staff say that basically we have 4 third lines. I'm not so sure I believe that. They do miss Barnaby in talking about Buffalo. Here you can see the game opening up just a little bit, but you can see that both these teams are not high-scoring clubs, and they really have to work to get scoring chances.
May dumps it down the ice. It took a weird bounce away from Redden. He and Ray bump in the corner. The puck comes free. Primo back to the line. McKee fires it wide. May behind the net. Looking for Ray. There's the shot. And I think that just missed. I don't think Tugnut got a piece of it all. Yashin is prevented from breaking in as Jitnik was able to get back and check in. And it's fired in offside. With 15:29 remaining in the second period, the game still scoreless. Souvenir, a gift from Tommy Glavin, and he's lugging it around with him, hopping onto the team bus carrying a baseball bat.
We got it from Tommy Glavin in Boston in the previous game.
Alfredson leaves it for Chortsky. It's fired wide. Zoltok was going hard towards the net. Zoltok trying to center it. Zoltok throws it in front, a backhand shot by Alfredson, and that was blocked before it got to the goal. Pekka dumps it to the corner. Vajanik, pressure, throws it along the boards. Picked off by Ward. Ward trying to move into position for a shot, lost control of the puck.
Ottawa doing a good job keeping Yashin away from Pekka here in the second period. The last shift Yashin had was against Buffalo's fourth line. Pekka's on the ice here against a different line.
Here's Dave for Van Allen, and Hasek got a piece of it. The best scoring opportunity of the second period for Ottawa. Van Allen set up in the slot by Day.
That's now 2001 saves for Hasek on the season. Only Felix Potvin has more.
Jitnik throws it in front, fired wide by Plant, and now Ottawa trying to come back, and the puck bounces off Plant, who was just coming out of the Ottawa zone. Fired down the ice by the Senators, and this will be another icing call with 14:04 remaining in the second.
Another defensive zone draw for the Senators. Van Allen had a great chance as the Senators got into the slot, and I believe Hasek got just a little piece of the shot with his left leg. Neutral zone is where the puck is. The Senators do not allow Buffalo to penetrate. There you see the pinch by the right defenseman. Only one man back, that's Jitnik. 3 Senators. There's the shot, and yes, Hasek with his left leg knocked the puck wide. There's Van Allen. There's Daig with some great speed, and he makes a nice pass here. Van Allen with a shot, and there's Hasek to save. 2002 saves now by Hasek, and how about that? #1 save percentage. An incredible number for a man who gets a lot of work.
From the face-off, Tugnutt had to react quickly. But talking about Hasek, 46 times this season he has faced 30 or more shots in a game.
And here you see Tugnutt just made a great save off the draw. Ottawa had a great first period, winning 18 and losing 8 face-offs. This time Tugnutt helped his club by making a super save. Another Buffalo win.
And Shannon's shot from the point was right on. Audette in the corner. He and Plant trying to free it. Pachanik lost it. Audette tried to center. Good work down low by Ottawa, preventing that puck from coming out front. Now it's Duchesne, weaving his way through the neutral zone. Gardner tried to break through. He was stopped. The puck poked ahead by Audette. Ration did a good job of getting back. I don't know whether that was his intent or not, but the puck slid right to the goaltender, Ron Tugnutt, for the save.
Well, Yashin battled back, got his big body there to shield the puck, and then the puck ended up with Tugnutt. Yashin's line is yet to click offensively. Shannon, along with Mike Wilson, the two defensemen, a pair for Buffalo, played against them a lot, but look at both defensemen caught up ice. Look at Yashin use the body right here. Isn't that interesting? As you see, Audette tried to move up ice. Yashin used his body nicely on a real good goal scorer for the Buffalo Sabres. Again, Yashin's line, only one shot on goal in the first period. They faced a lot of Pekka. When Pekka cannot be there, the defense pairing of Wilson and Shannon have been there for Buffalo.
13:28 remaining in the second. It's still scoreless.
Buffalo's won the last 2 face-offs in the same spot. This time Radek Bonk wins it clean from Holzinger.
Dackel is able to chop it out to center ice. Fired right back in by Holzinger. Tugnutt leaves it back of the net. Wade Redden puts it high on the glass. Something his father taught him when he was playing minor hockey.
He said, the glass is your friend. Use it whenever you need to. Just fire the puck off the glass. It's very hard for the opposition to control the puck off the glass.
Here's a pass for Bonk. Fires it wide. Off the end boards. It's swept away, and the Sabres come back. Holzinger races after it. Redden is after him. The rookie defenseman ties him up. Working out of the corner, Chatin against Dackel. The Ottawa forward comes away with it for Lambert. For Bonk. Bonk dumps it in, and this will be an icing call.
He's seen some great scoring chances, scoring situations, but no finish yet. The goaltenders have been perfect with 12:34 to go in the second. The suspense is growing here. A scoreless game nearing the midpoint. Ottawa real good when they get the lead. Buffalo feels whenever they score 3 goals, that's enough to win when you have Hasek as your goaltender. Ottawa needs a win. They're in the playoffs. The suspense is just, I mean, it's thick in this building.
Well, with a tie, there is the possibility that they could be caught for the final playoff position. They would then be pulling for Hartford to either get a tie or a win in the final game against Tampa Bay tomorrow. However, we still have 12:17 remaining in this second period. McKee banks it off the boards, flipped out by Buffalo. Sabres don't take many chances in their own zone, John.
They like to counter. They're a counter club. If you get impatient in a game like this where it's close, not much happening offensively, if you get impatient, they'll counter and beat you. And that's what their team has been warned about by their coaching staff. Do not get impatient in a tight game with Buffalo.
Gambling, according to Coach Jacques Martin, cost them earlier this year in games against Buffalo. Their only win was that huge 2-0 triumph in Buffalo on the 2nd of April. And then it's Daig taking the pass from Van Allen, coming down the right side, drops it off. Shane couldn't go anywhere with it. Back at the line, Zoltar into the slot for Duchesne. Had problems handling it. A backhand shot. Wasn't missed by much. Zoltar Manages to keep the puck in the Buffalo zone. Ottawa making changes. 11:03 left in the second period. No score in this hockey game. Clinch plays it to an open wing. Back after it goes Duchesne. Duchesne brings it around the boards for Chorsky. Chorsky moves it ahead to Zoltak. He dodges a check, gets it to Duchesne. Here he comes, in across the line, throws it towards the net. Nobody was in position to redirect it. Mechanic having problems with Shannon at the line. The puck is free in the neutral zone. Grosher flips it back into Ottawa territory. Duchesne very tired at the end of a long shift.
End of a very long shift where he tried to jump into the play. He needs to get to the bench for a change, and now he does.
Going after the loose puck is Pekka. Pekka tried to throw it in front, picked off by Redden. And with help from McEachran, it comes to the line, but not out. Redden tries again, banks it off the boards. Racing after it is Yashin. Yashin puts on the brakes. Yashin frees it for McEachran. He kicked it towards the net, and Wilson gathers it up. Can't clear. Yashin back of the net for McEachran. Up front for Gardner. And Hasek was able to pounce on it with 9:52 remaining in the scoreless second. Redden's shot bounces off a body wide of the goal. Gardner is tied up by Shannon. Now Shannon flips it around the other side. Ward leaves it there, and the Sabres start away. Pekka to Daw. Daw drops it off for Pekka. Saved by Tugnut.
A great breakout by Buffalo. 2-on-1 on the near side on one defenseman for the Sabres, and Tugnut with another save.
Here's a chance now for Yashin. Yashin shoots! And Tugnut got a piece of that one. Hasek got a piece of that one. It was Tugnut down at the other end with a big save. Now it's Gardner. Gardner tried to get it to McEachran. Yashin for Gardner, and even though he's down, Hasek sprawls across the goal mouth to make the save.
Defensive play by Shannon. Did a great job. No clean shot. Oh, great scoring chances at both ends.
In the neutral zone, picked up by Van Allen and fired back into Buffalo territory. Left there for Galley, being watched by Day. He dishes off to Bugner. Flipped down the ice, and back at his own line, Duchesne fired it up through the middle. Holzinger got to the line, stopped there by Mechanic. Oh, and then Bugner runs over Sean Van Allen.
Got to take those hits in a game of this magnitude. No reaction penalties when you're thinking of the playoffs.
For a moment it looked as though Van Allen was going to try and run two players, but he wisely pulled up and just bumped into them and was able to free the puck for Day. Cunnyworth leaves it in the neutral zone. Dacko couldn't get to it. 8:04 remaining in the period.
Think about it, John. Ottawa and New Jersey, probably the most disciplined two teams in the entire league, staying away from bad penalties.
Bonk gets away from Rob Ray. Here he comes down the wing, and it's offside. 7:48 at the Corral Center. We're still waiting for the first goal of this game. Laukonen's long shot. Shot by Hasek. Left in the corner for Zhitnik. Lambert cuts off a clearing attempt. Radek, Bonk, and Dacko battle along the boards. The Sabres are able to free it. Here comes Primo. Primo has May going for the net. Primo took the backhand shot, still controls it. Into the high slot, tried to feed the puck across to McKee, and it was blocked before it got to the net.
Ottawa can be so good defensively. You only get scoring chances if you send a defenseman in on the rush. And Buffalo's pretty good at it. We've seen Wilson move up. We just saw McKee. Zhitnik is very good at it. Galley's always been good at it.
And as Alfredson came in across the line, it's offside. Ottawa with exactly 7 minutes remaining.
Savage and Thornton, the assists on the Stevenson goal.
Grosek goes after the shoot-in. He's tied up by Jason York. It's Wade Redden now out of his own zone. Puck is left there for Zoltak. Drop pass for York. And getting back to break that up was Daryl Shannon. Good job of coming back. Now it's Zoltak coming back to steal the puck for Ottawa and clear the zone. Diagonal shoot in by Adet Plant from a sharp angle right on, and Tugnut smothers the puck.
Tugnut with a nice job not allowing a rebound. Real good position by Tugnut for Jacques Martin, the former goaltender who is head coach. I asked him today, when's the last time you put the stuff on? I don't remember.
When did you last put the pads on?
I don't remember either, and that's very understandable. You know, when you see Ronnie Tugnut play goal, I mentioned a minute ago, but Andy Moog always told me that he loved to play on top of the crease because of the lack of size. Tugnut's a similar sized goaltender, real good positional play. It kind of reminds me of a bat. You know, when you see a bat sitting there really tight, it looks kind of thin and scrawny, but when it spreads out, it takes up a lot of room. Tugnut, when he gets out and spreads out, does a nice job.
Wilson shot from the point, sails wide. Dixon Ward plays it to the corner to Daw. Vachanik trying to tie him up. Pekka unable to work out against Yashin. And this is going to be an icing call with 5:57 remaining in the second.
In that same matchup, Don, and I don't mean to talk too much about matchups, but the game within the game means something. The coaches sit on the bench and try to think, who's up next? Who can I get out there? Yashin's line's on the ice. He's opposite Pekka right now. Now the coaches for Ottawa say, I don't want that matchup. They take Yashin off the ice, put another line out there. Buffalo can't change since they're the visitors. And also Wilson and Shannon, number 4 and number 8, the defense pairing on the ice for Yashin. Now, will Buffalo change on the fly here to save those guys for the next time Yashin comes on the ice? Games within the games by the coaches.
Well, Ottawa fans certainly remember Mike Pekka. He played his junior hockey here. He wins the draw, back to the point. A weak backhander by Shannon slides to the corner.
Now Wilson's already gone off the ice as they're trying to save him for Yashin's line.
Here's Cunnyworth. Cunnyworth banks it off the side of the net and tried to go after it himself.
Like Gretzky. Maybe there's one that Jason Daw, I think, got away with, tripping up blocking it.
Now it's Van Allen. Cunnyworth goes to the net, redirects it, it goes wide. He was tangled up with Gary Galley. Put down the ice by Ward. Vachanik goes back after. Pekka prevents a clearing attempt. Behind his back to Galley. Galley was looking wide, but it went off his skate. Bounces out the center. Yashin runs into Bugner. The two of them go down. Buffalo comes back for Bugner. Bugner puts on the brakes, looks for help, gets it across the Ward. And a sprawling Tugnut prevents Ward from sliding it in.
And also a good back check by McEachran helping out his goaltender.
4:47 remaining in the second. Vachanik starts out slowly, having problems controlling it, gets it to Yashin. Yashin going in deep, looks in front of the net. McEachran couldn't redirect it. Now it's the Sabres going to the attack. Holzinger gets to the line, but it's offside. We still haven't had a goal scored with 4:28 left in the second. Alfredson will try. He puts on the brakes. Lost an edge. Puck is loose in the corner. Zhitnik bumps with Chorsky. Chorsky stays in the puck. Tried to center it. Intercepted by Shatan. He reverses things for McKee. He'll get it out of the zone. Back after it goes Alfredson. Alfredson leaves it there for York. It bounces off a body and is picked up again by York. The Ottawa rear guard works his way down to the Buffalo line. Still has it. Goes in deep. Lost control of it in the corner. Picked up there by Zoltak. He wheeled and fired high off the glass. And the Sabres move it out to center. Holzinger couldn't control it. Alfredson back to pick up the puck, circling in the neutral zone with 3:33 remaining in the period. He dumps it in, then goes to the bench in a change. Now it's Shatan losing it in his own zone. Fox shoots, and the save and the rebound knocked all the way back to the blue line and out to center ice. A giveaway by Buffalo.
Quick turnover, low shot. Hasek makes his 14th save.
Now it's Holzinger with control in his own zone, being watched by Lambert. Gets it to the line, not out. 2:57 remaining in the second. At this time, we say hello to viewers who have been watching the action between Calgary and Toronto. It's still scoreless here at the Corral Center. It's Lambert in the corner. The goaltenders, Ron Tugnut of the Senators and Dominic Hasek of the Sabres, have both made a couple of brilliant saves, although the shots on goal are only 14-13 in favor of Ottawa. Not many chances, but a couple of quality opportunities for both teams. In the corner, the Senators doing a good job with their big line of cycling it. And they force it, and it's held along the boards for a faceoff.
Just looked at the Ottawa bench. Perry Pern working with Jacques Martin, whom you're looking at, was applauding the team's effort with some good forecheck there. No scoring chance, but they forced the play deep. There's Perry Pern on the left side. This is a team that when they get the lead, they hold on. They're very good with the lead. For Teddy Nolan and his club, they've had 13 shots, but what they've been able to do is match up as much as possible against the Yashin line. And the Yashin line has not had many scoring chances. It's been a very strong defensive effort by both hockey clubs. Now, Yashin's line's on the ice, and none of those matchup players are out there, so advantage Ottawa here.
That's what they've been trying to do, but Chanik with a shot, and Hasek down on his knees makes the save.
No Pekka on the ice. Now they'll be coming out since there's a stoppage. No Shannon along with Wilson, the defense pairing against Yashin. So for one brief moment, Ottawa got the matchup they wanted. They won a draw, and they've been good on faceoffs, and they got the shot that Dominic Hasek held on to.
Well, Coach Nolan was talking about wanting Pekka on the ice, as you've said a number of times, and I think it's very important against Yashin. He said Pekka plays against most of the top centers in the league.
I mean, he plays well against, he played well against Lindros, he played well against Mario Lemieux. Now you see here, Ottawa took Yashin's line off the ice because Pekka's out there, because Shannon's there, because Wilson's there.
Duchesne cuts off a clearing attempt. Van Allen goes back to the net. Van Allen bumped there by Wilson. Cunnyworth picks up the puck. Leaves it for Van Allen, looking for Daigle. Knocked away from him. And back after it goes Buchanan. 1:57 remaining in the second period. A lot of work being done on both benches by the coaching staff, looking for the matchups that they want.
And Pekka just went off the ice for Buffalo because as soon as Yashin does get back out there, that's what Buffalo wants to match up with.
Now it's Cunnyworth. He's run over but is able to clear the zone. Bogner came racing in from his blue line position. Back after it goes Buchanan. We have 1:23 remaining in the second period. No score, Ottawa and Buffalo. Bogner back into his own zone. 1:10 remaining in the period. Plays it high off the glass. Yashin at center ice is checked. Now Yashin works his way in. Long shot, and Hasek just got a piece of that. Back of the net. At the side of the goal, it comes free. McEachran could not get his stick on it to get a shot away. Hasek had lost his stick in that scramble, and he was without that piece of his equipment. He now retrieves it.
He loses it 5 or 6 times a game. He practices without a stick a lot because of that situation. I don't think there's a goaltender in the league that loses a stick more than he does.
Here's Pekka knocking it a hit for Daw, going in alone. Tugnut again with the save. Oh, has he played well?
Seems like when Buffalo gets a shot, it's a good one. And Ronnie Tugnut, fabulous. He doesn't show any signs of being nervous in a scoreless game. There was 30 seconds left in the period when he made that save, a giant save.
Here's Daw again, trying to center. Every member of this line, Pekka, Daw, and Ward has had a great scoring opportunity for Buffalo.
Scoreless. Ronnie Tugnut, Dominic Hasek putting a show on. It's been a defensive game, but the scoring chances when they get them, the goaltenders have been just fabulous.
No score after 40 minutes.
Yashin's line had one shot in the first period. They had 3 in the second, 2 of them by Yashin. There was a late change. Yashin was on the ice to start this third period. He went off the ice. The Buffalo players, Pekka in particular, was upset. Now Pekka goes off and the matchup continues.
In the corner, Shannon is able to knock it past Cunnyworth. Now it's Holzinger breaking through the neutral zone. Holzinger tried to throw it in front for Zhitnik, the defenseman, who was way up on the play. Alfredson starts back. Lead pass for Cunnyworth, and Cunnyworth couldn't get a stick on it. Zhitnik was able to get back to tie up Van Allen. The centering attempt, and the penalty is coming up as it was gloved by Hasek. Cunnyworth was sent sprawling in front of the net, and Jay McKee, I believe, is heading to the box.
Good work, Ottawa working deep. And some of their hard workers, like Cunnyworth, dropped a power play for Ottawa. With a scoreless game, it's obvious that the penalty killers have had the best portion of the game. Here's McKee, hit hard by Cunnyworth. Cunnyworth will go to the front of the net. McKee will nail him, send him flying. And it's more of a reaction penalty than anything else again. McKee wanted to clear the net, but he also knew that Cunnyworth had nailed him. So the young defenseman takes a reaction penalty.
Well, Cunnyworth, the captain of the Senators, 35 years of age, rewarded with a new contract.
And deserves it very much so. Great leadership skills. Said he learned a lot from Mario Lemieux and Ron Francis in the Pittsburgh days.
Yashin wins the draw, but Duchesne couldn't control it back in the point.
And Ottawa takes Gardner off the line and puts Zoltak out there to work the power play.
Laukinen will drive it in. Pekka gets to it first. He moves it across to Zhitnik. Zhitnik is pressured. Got it to the line, not out. Laukinen to Duchesne. Over to Zoltak. Zoltak had problems trying to fire it in. McEachran goes into the corner. Zoltak is in there with him.
Buffalo outnumbered Ottawa, and Ottawa's got the power play. There was 3 black jerseys, 2 white ones. That shouldn't happen when you're on the power play.
Here's Zhitnik dumping it into the corner as the Sabres change up on their penalty killing unit with 1:10 remaining in the man advantage. Rink wide pass, too far for Cunnyworth. Wilson will get there. He whips it around the boards. It comes back to the line. Redden shoots through traffic. It goes wide. Yashin tried to throw it in front. It bounced back to the net, picked up by Wilson. He threw it right out in front of the net. Fortunately for the Sabres, Holzinger was there and he's able to clear. 45 seconds left on the Ottawa power play. 2 shots so far with this man advantage. Redden drives it in. It took a strange bounce off the glass. Now it's Alfredson leaving it in the corner. Back to the line for York. Across ice to Redden. Over to Dave. Dave doesn't shoot it. Circles. Goes back to the net for Alfredson. To Redden. Redden getting set. Gives it to Alfredson. Alfredson couldn't get a shot away. And it slipped down the ice. The fans growing a little impatient with the Ottawa power play.
Well, we heard Barry Pern, the coach, mention that maybe more patience is needed to set up the shot. A lot of setup time, but nothing of a great shot by this power play that has now expired.
The Sabres back at full strength. Here's Gardner flipping it in, trying to go after it himself, but Galley was there for the Sabres. Now it's Plant working to the corner. Check by Duchesne. Along the boards for Chorsky. Chorsky moves it ahead to Van Allen. Banked off the boards. It hit the referee Gregson. Chorsky still has it. Gardner was loose in front of the net, but Chorsky couldn't get him the puck.
The puck came up the near boards, and Duchesne was there, but he didn't pinch. A couple of years ago, Duchesne would have been pinching all the way to the other team's goal line. He has bought into a defensive system. He stopped and backed out. In a scoreless game, that's what he has to do.
Groshek has stopped at the line. Daryl Shannon plays it back into his own zone. Takes a return pass, which he redirects out to the neutral zone. Now he loses it. Lambert couldn't go anywhere, but there's going to be another penalty against the Buffalo Sabres.
Lambert draws the penalty. Shannon, the defenseman, will go. It'll be a hooking call, I'm sure. Lambert was leaning to one side. Easy to pull off balance, and it happened. Alfredson on the first unit. He was not there on the last power play. They had Zoltak there. So a little change for the Senators.
And as this game moves along, you wonder if these squandered power play opportunities will come back to haunt them.
Especially in the first period when Ottawa had the 5-on-3. Zhitnik just made a great play stepping up in the neutral zone. Number 44 for Buffalo. I saw him in a playoff series shut down Pavel Bure when he played for Los Angeles. Zhitnik is a good big game player.
Here's Duchesne with the diagonal shoot in, but it's offside.
Third rush up ice on this power play. And not once did the Ottawa club get through the neutral zone. Here's Zhitnik stepping up in the neutral zone right there, throwing the body check on Duchesne, and that created the turnover. Pavel Bure, when he was at his best, he was fast, he was flying, he zigged, he zagged, and Zhitnik met him step for step, and that's the year that LA went on to the finals and got beat by Montreal.
He was a gold medalist in the '92 Olympics, as you and I recall, JD, and we wonder if he'll suit up for his country in the upcoming Nagano Olympics.
Victor Tikhonov will be the coach for the Russian team. There might be some players that say, yep, I'm not going.
Through the middle, intended for Daig. Hasek wanted to play it, but a quick skating Daig prevented that.
Now, we said in the first period that Hasek loves to move the puck, maybe more than any other goaltender. That time with Daig's speed, he got right to Hasek. And that's a good little play because Ottawa, they can't seem to set up on their power play. Yet now that there's a face-off, if they win it clean, they may be able to set up for a shot. Cunningham is back on the ice on the second unit here. His job generally is to stand in front of the net. Now he's taken a couple of cross-checks to the ribs by Wilson, number 4, and that hurts.
Now Wilson's one of the biggest players in the league. 6'6", 220 pounds. Pretty good players the Buffalo Sabres acquired in that deal for Alexander McGillney, Pekka, and Wilson.
I think John Muckler did a great job showing patience and waited and made the proper deal. They've made some good trades to set up a good team.
York shot redirected just wide off the end boards. Hasek again tried to play it to keep it moving, but in the opinion of referee Gregson, he had covered it long enough.
You know, maybe the only fancy power play in the league these days is that of Pittsburgh. Everybody else, and you don't get many power plays anymore, everybody else is get the puck to the blue line and fire it towards the net. York's back at the blue line. You're going to see the Senators here. Now get to the net. There's Cunningham. He looks a little deflection going wide, even though he had Bugner right on him. Now, that second power play unit had a better chance scoring-wise than the first power play unit for Ottawa. Ottawa now comes right back with that number 1 unit.
Hey, don't count out the Washington Capitals. They are still alive, depending on what happens here. Duchesne over to McEachran. He fakes. Yashin goes back to the net. Looks out front. Pinching in is Duchesne. In front to Alfredson. And standing his ground was Hasek. Now in the corner. They rule that the puck was covered up. Zhitnik was in the corner battling along with McEachran, but Alfredson was perfectly positioned in the slot.
Alfredson got the scoring chance from Yashin. Alfredson's outside the goal crease. You can't, there he is. He sets up his stick, perfect pass. He didn't get a high shot. He went low, and Dominik Hasek, who wants his 3rd shutout here as far as scoreless games go. He's had 2 scoreless shutouts so far this year, one against New Jersey, one against Colorado. Alfredson there had the good shot, but Hasek took away the low portion of the net.
Duchesne moves into the high slot, now gets it across ice. Pachanik took a shot back to the net. Yashin looking out front. And the penalized player, Shannon, back in the ice. Yashin tried to slide it out for Duchesne, who was down deep, but was knocked away from him, and the Senators have to retreat in their own zone. Now 0 for 6 with the man advantage. How costly might that prove to be in the final analysis of this Ottawa quest for the franchise's first ever playoff berth? Pitlick tried to shovel it ahead to Dackel. Burridge along the boards. Battles with Zoltak. Zoltak comes away with it. attempting to throw it out front, picked off by Shannon.
6.5 minutes into the third. Buffalo has not had a shot on goal. Tugnut has stayed focused. He's had long periods in this game where no shots, and all of a sudden he gets a beauty against him, but he has kept his focus strong.
Thrown towards the front of the net, steered away by Hasek. Dackel was in there looking for a loose puck, but Hasek beat him to it. Now it's Pitlick for Dackel. Holzinger ties him up. The puck loose in the Ottawa zone. Here's a chance for Shatan, and he was checked by Laukkonen. Pitlick plays it high and down the ice to relieve the pressure with 12:53 remaining in the period. Dumped in by Holzinger. It's left there for Jason York. Rob Ray goes after him, finishes the check. Bump, dumps it to the corner. Jitnik is back there after it. Puck picked up in the corner by Primo. He moves it ahead to Jitnik. Jitnik has May coming in with him. Jitnik throws it in front of Rob Ray, crashing to the net from the other side. Couldn't get to it. Now here's an opportunity for Dave going in alone. Saved by Hush. Now in the neutral zone, it's May. Moving it into Ottawa territory. Back after it is Redden. 12 minutes remaining in the period. This is Duchesne. Flipping it high into Buffalo territory. It's still scoreless. Buchner being pressured by Cunninworth. Plays it off the glass. Van Allen working along the boards with May. Now it's Alfredson coming out of the corner. Puts on the brakes to avoid a check. Works back to the line. Leaves it there. Duchesne throws it towards the net. Cunninworth fired it wide. Plant picks it up in the corner for Buffalo. Knocks it down the ice. Back after it goes Duchesne. Duchesne. Nice pass. Here's a shot by Alfredson right on. And at this time, we say hello to viewers who have been watching the action between Montreal and Philadelphia. Here at the Corral Center, it's still scoreless. Ottawa and Buffalo with 11:10 remaining in the third. Here's Gardner with a shot, and Hasek got a pad on that and left it there for Buchner. Going back after it is Pitlick. He moves it along the boards to the line. Gardner couldn't get it out. Pitlick goes after it again. This time he puts it up high and up.
Over 9 minutes into this third period, Buffalo has not registered a shot. They're stuck on 14.
10:43 remaining in this still scoreless battle, Ottawa-Buffalo. Knocked out to the neutral zone. Rink-wide pass that Gardner had problems picking up. Pitlick will try and set something up again. Ketron came back to help him out, but couldn't go anywhere with it. Now here's Pekka trying to work into position to take a shot. Throws it towards the net. That's the first shot on goal for Buffalo in this third period. Yashin with a long shot.
And that took 9 minutes, 50 seconds of this third period to get the shot, and it wasn't really a good one.
Bouncing puck. Ward has Yashin on him. Now it's Dackel. Coming out to center ice. Knocked down by Daw, and the Sabres fire it back into Ottawa territory.
For Buffalo, their best two players have been Hasek and Pekka. Pekka because of his penalty kill and his head-to-head play on Yashin.
Zoltak shot. Blocked by Jitnik. Jitnik trying to slide it through to Holzinger beyond his reach. Redden plays it around for York. He can't chop it out. Cut off there by Burridge. In front for Shatan. Now Burridge is knocked down as Dackel did a good job of staying with his check. Here's Zoltak getting it cross ice to Redden. He dumps it back to the net, and Hasek again moves it quickly.
He just sweeps the puck all the time. It cost him a penalty in the first period when he missed the puck, or almost missed it, but he constantly keeps the play alive.
Dave races after the puck, but it's a whistle and a two-line pass against the Ottawa Senators with 8:57 remaining in the third.
You know, Don, I said a few moments ago, Hasek would love another scoreless shutout. I think he'd much rather like a 1-0 win, but he's had 2 scoreless shutouts this season.
They've been attempting to spring Daig with that long breakaway pass, and he has the speed if they could ever get it to him.
He certainly does, and he tried to get away from the check on that play.
Well, we've talked about players and the contribution they have made during the course of the season. None more valuable, they say, in Buffalo than goaltender Dominik Hasek. But there's another fellow who's earned accolades from almost everyone associated with the organization, and that, of course, is Mike Peca.
You know, one thing about trying to spring Daig is if it doesn't work, it costs you an icing. Face off, Ottawa zone. Buffalo wins it.
Along the boards, the puck picked up by Bonk. He gets it to Daig. Daig goes cross ice. Bonk had problems handling it. Then he overskated it. McKee pushes it ahead. Daig is back there to chop it out of the zone. Again, the lead pass to Daig. Here he comes with speed. He shoots. Just missed. Oh, he didn't miss the far corner of JD by much.
Zhitnik still forced him, though, Don, to a bad angle shot.
Now it's Galley. Galley into the high slot. There's Primo. He missed. It's off the end boards. Now at the side of the net. Tucknut reaching for it. Can't grab it. It's loose. Back of the net. And finally Duchesne tries to move it. He's checked by Primo. Primo trying to use his size. Knocked down by Duchesne. Galley pinches in from the point.
Long shift for this Buffalo line, but a fairly good one.
Banked off the boards by Daig. And Duchesne was tied up. Now it's Jason York. Moving it along the boards for Alfredson. Alfredson trying to get away from Ward, and Ward stays right with him. Now Alfredson back of the net. Walks up front, a backhand shot. And Hasek stood his ground.
There's that long pass to the outside again, Don. That's 3 or 4 times. You caught it earlier. That, again, partially worked for Ottawa. Buffalo icing now. As Redden threw a hit into Big Wilson, the defenseman. Players like Alfredson and Daig have so much speed. There's speed on each line for Ottawa. There's the long pass. Alfredson has to go and find it. In front is where Cunneyworth goes. He tries to find some open ice. Alfredson looks. He's going to try and find him. Nobody open. As you see, Shannon took Cunneyworth out of the play. And Alfredson had the wraparound backhand shot on Dominik Hasek. This is that Daig shot. Again, wide after the long pass. But see, Zhitnik, he forced the wide shot. Now, if you miss the net from that angle, the puck goes into the corner and zings right up and out of the zone. If you take a bad angle shot, you've got to really try to hit the net so you don't lose the puck going the other way for the team to counter by zinging around the boards.
7:16, the time remaining. Yashin tied up in the face-off circle as he attempted to get it back to the point. Pinching in is Duchesne. They battle along the boards. Now it's picked up by McEachran out front. Yashin couldn't get to it. But Chanik from a sharp angle hits Plant with his shot. It comes to the line, but Chanik unable to keep it onside as Duchesne fanned on it. Picked up by Peca. Peca trying to move in front. Peca gets it again. Back to the line. Wilson fires it wide. Boy, that was almost costly as Duchesne stumbled back at his own blue line. Now it's Yashin. Heading off to the bench as the puck is flipped into Buffalo territory. Zhitnik has logged a lot of ice time tonight for Buffalo and played well. This will be an icing call.
Seems like he's out there every second shift talking about Zhitnik.
6:13 left in the third. 5 of the last 6 games have been sold out, 18,500. The only game that wasn't sold out of the last 6 was against Florida, and it was only a couple of hundred short of a sellout. Here comes Dackel. Dackel. Backhand shot. Zoltak to the point. Laukkonen through traffic, and a sprawling Hasek got a piece of it.
Shots are now 11-1 in favor of the Senators here in the third period. Senators going for it, but they're going for it in a very smart way. They're forcing turnovers. They're using their speed wide. And the problem that they have so far is Dominik Hasek. He's got the shutout going, as does Tugnut. But again, Ottawa, they force and force and force and have a couple of shots. Bugner with a slash to Dackel right there. Dackel strong on the puck, gets the shot. Hasek was down waiting for it. It's recovery by the Senators to continue to battle, to try and find the rebound. Hasek down, the save. You see Torski crash the net, no rebound. Hasek there makes a glove hand save.
Redden through the middle to Sean Van Allen. Dumped in. York cuts off the clearing try. It goes back of the net. Cunninworth attempted to center it for Alfredson. Now along the boards, Cunninworth races after it, throws it towards the net. Alfredson has it. He shoots, and Hasek managed to make a toe save and then grab the loose puck.
And the Senators continue to force the issue. Buffalo trying to use the boards to come out of their zone. The Senators are beating them to the pucks. And when they win the battle along the boards, it sets up the offense. You see the puck being fired around here again by the Sabres. Who's there? The Senators with a good pinch on the right side by York, who's had a strong game. The puck goes in again along the boards. That time Alfredson was a recipient. No rebound as Hasek made the save. Hasek is an energy-efficient goaltender. Not much lost movement. Little save, and he sweeps the puck back. As you saw Van Allen looking for the rebound. A lot of pressure for Ted Nolan. He has not used his timeout. And this place is jumping. Noise, people standing. Ottawa needs a goal. Ottawa's had 28 shots, only 2 of them off rebounds.
That's one of the things that Hasek has done so well. Here's Bonk now working out of the corner. Bonk goes back to the net, a wraparound try, the puck loose at the side of the crease, and no Ottawa player could get to it in time. Lambert throws it back to the net. Whipped around the boards, Pitlick cuts off a clearing attempt. These defensemen have been pinching in and doing a good job of it. Now it's Day back of the net, trying to get away from Jitnik. Day continues to battle. Jitnik stays with him. Now it's Lambert up front for Bonk. He hit the post. Hit the post. He had Hasek beaten.
The fourth line for Ottawa as May and Lambert get ready. Oh, if they work. Bonk can't believe it. 4:37 to go in the third. It's still scoreless. A goal post hit by Braddock Bonk. He now straightens up. He can't believe it. He had Hasek beaten.
Ottawa out shooting Buffalo.
Hasek's used to work. Remember the 4 overtime game in the playoffs. New Jersey at Buffalo. Hasek was on the ice the next morning at 10 a.m. practicing.
In front. It was intended for McEachran, and Hasek was able to steer it away with some help from Gallant. Now it's Daw coming out with Pekka. In across the line. Daw with speed going to the net. Back of the goal now. Looks to the point. Galley fakes the shot. Jitnik in front. And Pekka was looking to redirect, but was checked. Yashin manages to poke it free, but can't go towards the net. Yashin across the save.
There was a lob. The puck was in the air, and it took an Ottawa bounce. It'll hit the ice and almost go backwards. That allowed Yashin to get to the puck. Now watch Yashin make the play and keep his balance. Brilliant. He had 2 players on him. There he feeds Duchesne. Sweeping shot, and Duchesne scores the only goal of this game with 4:01 to go. You'll see the goaltender Hasek overplay the angle on the near side. Duchesne sweeps it to the long side inside the goalpost. 1-0 Ottawa, 4 minutes to go.
Well, JD, you and I have worked in some noisy buildings over the years. Chicago Stadium primarily is the noisiest, but boy, this crowd at the Corral Center is wild. Now that Duchesne has given them a 1-0 lead, Alfredson went down in the neutral zone.
He got clipped by Alfredson, or pardon me, by Holzinger. He got clipped by Holzinger. There was nothing called. The referee had not put his arm up. I don't think will be a penalty on the play. Duchesne gets the goal. A 1-0 lead. There's now 3:47 to go. Alfredson caught a high stick. There's the battle on the right side, and the stick comes up there. Oh, baby. And I'll tell you, Buffalo very fortunate they're not short-handed on that play. McEachran with the lob. See the puck kind of stops. The reach of Yashin gets him going. Galley's out of the play, and Zhitnik. Both defensemen are over there. The trailer is not picked up, and that's Duchesne coming in late. And what a sweeping wrist shot. Wayne Gretzky recently scored a goal on Hasek on an identical play, where Hasek moves across, goes too far, and you slide the puck to the far side. That's what Duchesne did, and it's 1-0 Senators.
Yashin and McEachran drawing the assists on the only goal thus far of the hockey game. And what a celebration at the Ottawa bench, as Duchesne was not only high-fiving with everybody, but he was virtually jumping into the arms of some of his teammates. And at the conclusion of this one, that's where we'll be going, the Molson Center in Montreal. Ottawa, if they can hang on, could possibly wind up in 7th place, depending on what happens at the Molson Center. Holzinger couldn't pick up the puck. Back after it goes Shatan. It's left there for Wilson. Wilson works his way out slowly. They're still playing 4-on-4. Shatan into the high slot, leaves it for Wilson. He was checked by Van Allen, who did a good job of coming back.
Buffalo, again, only 2 shots through 17 minutes of this third period. It's been a monster third period by the Senators, but only a 1-0 lead.
16 seconds remaining in the penalties. Shot knocked down in front. And Galley starts back. He gets away from McEachran, throws it into the slot area. Adet lost control of it. Couldn't get a shot. Now it's Yashin coming back. The penalized players back in the ice. 2:30 remaining in the third. 1-0. The Senators lead. May dumped it to the corner. Couldn't get around Jason York. Now it's York. Laying it around the boards. McEachran. Chopped at the stick of Plant. And that enabled the puck to slide down the ice. Now it's Plant again. Getting it to Galley. Galley having problems with Zoltok. Zoltok will flip it in deep. The Senators making a change. 2 minutes remaining in the third. Here's Groshek circling in the corner. Tried to play it ahead, too far for the recipient. Here's a pass now for Alfredson. Backhand shot. And a sprawling Hasek makes another save. Now Groshek tries to send his man away on the right side. Beyond the reach of Daw. The Senators gain control. They fire it down the ice, and this will be an icing infraction against Ottawa with 1:32 remaining in the third.
Timeouts have not been used. 1-0 game. Alfredson moved in on his off wing as the Sabres were caught changing their defense. Hasek sprawled and made the save on the backhand shot right there. Great play by Alfredson. His right leg stopped Zhitnik's stick from hitting the puck. The backhand shot was taken and Hasek the save. You know, earlier at the end of the 4-on-4, Galley made a play by giving Adet the puck, and then it was a 2-on-1. A brilliant play by Galley. 2-on-1. Adet leads. Watch Galley here. 2 men to him. He gives the puck to Adet. 2-on-1. Adet leads the Sabres in goals with 28, and he never got the shot. Oh, was that close.
1:32 remaining.
Hasek still in the goal for Buffalo. Pekka is Buffalo's best face-off man. He's out there now. Van Allen is picked by Ottawa for the draw. Ottawa watches their centerman during the game and will go with who's been hot that night.
And obviously they like what they saw in Van Allen because he won the draw. Puck was contacted with a high stick, resulting in the whistle with 1:25 remaining. We'll keep our eye on Dominik Hasek. Mike Pekka will take this very important face-off. It's possible that he'll be on the ice for the final 1:25 for Buffalo as they try and get back on even terms. Ron Tugnut shut out Buffalo 2-0 the last time these two teams met on April the 2nd. And he has stymied them so far tonight with 1:25 remaining. Alfredsson dumps it down the ice. Back after it goes Zhitnik. Alfredsson is spun around by Pekka. The fans reacted to that. Pekka floating up in neutral territory looking for a pass. Zhitnik couldn't get it to him against the forechecking of Alfredsson. Now it's Zhitnik playing it along the boards beyond the reach of Ward as we move into the final minute. Icing is waved off. Hasek is out of the net. Pekka gets it, tried to slide it back to the point. It's dumped down the ice by Van Allen. Back after it goes McKee, being watched by Van Allen. McKee loses it. Van Allen tried to slide it out front. Backhand shot knocked down in front. McEachran let a backhand shot go that was blocked in front of the net with Hasek out of position. 28 seconds remaining.
How about this? Time ticking down. One-man show for Ottawa. Gardner, finally, he's had the face-off. He deserves a standing ovation. Brilliant play. The Sabres couldn't get the puck from him. You know, the Senators had Van Allen and Cunningham. They took Daigle off the line and put Alfredsson out there. And did Alfredsson ever make a nice play, chipping the puck out of his zone. And then this guy, watch him go to work. There's two Sabres there. There's one Senator, Gardner. Now there's going to be three Sabres. And you're going to see another one come in and try and hit Gardner. How about this? Time ticking down. A face-off now in the Buffalo zone. Tugnut has not had much work, but he has been so focused. The best goaltender I ever saw at being focused, getting very little work, making a big save. Ken Dryden with Montreal. And this guy tonight, he has done his part. He has stood tall. He's only had 17 shots. But he has been good.
Only 3 in this third period.
Not a real good one in the third period, but in the first 2, he made some huge saves, including 2 on a breakaway.
He talked about the pressure by Gardner. All of that was set up, actually, by the forechecking of Sean Van Allen. Seven minutes remaining in Montreal. Remember, we'll be going there right after this game, and if it remains tied in Montreal, they'll also qualify for the postseason. 10 seconds remaining. Hasek goes to the bench again. The puck is flipped out into the center ice area. They're going to the playoffs in Ottawa.